What's up, Facebook? Hope everyone's having a great day. I thought I'd do a really quick video about, let me get this all centered, back to school, because I don't know about you guys, but my kids started back last Wednesday. So it's been going really well. But I thought I would share a couple tips about how to get your kids to tell you about their day, and then also how to help them settle down at the end of the day once they've gone home from school. So obviously we want to know how our kids' day is going, right? Especially if it seems like there's something wrong, they may be upset, and even if there's not, we just want to know how things are going. So it's really important when you see your child after school to be using open-ended questions. So what that means is asking questions where they can't give a yes or no answer. And so something can be, an example of that would be, tell me about your day. What friends did you talk to? Tell me about what you did in class. So all of those questions, it's more than one word response, right? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to ask them questions where they have to elaborate on the answer. And so if you have a child that you know has specific areas that they're struggling in, asking some really specific questions around that area. So for example, my son has dyslexia. That's something we just learned in the last 4 months. And so this is the first school year that I'm knowing that. And so dyslexia is a learning disability that impacts his reading and writing. And so I asked some questions this year that I wouldn't have asked last year. Did you do any writing? That's a closed question, yes or no. But then the open answer question to that is, tell me what things you were writing about in class. Tell me how you made that, how that made you feel. I really wanted my son to be describing to me how he felt about doing reading and writing in class because of the challenges that come with dyslexia for him. And so those feeling questions, I think, are really important and really good ones to be asking your child. If they shared about an event that happened at school that day, really asking them, how did that make you feel? It seems like you're really happy when you told me about that. It seems like you're really upset about something, and just getting them to try to open up and share. And October happens to be Dyslexia Awareness Month, so I will definitely in October be speaking more to some tips with having a child that has a learning disability, as I'm learning on my own, but speaking from a counselor perspective. So those are some just quick tips about getting your child to open up more and tell you about how their day is going at school. Another piece that I'm remembering as we're getting back into the back to school routine is when kids get out of school, a lot of times they can dysregulate. They can, they have to work so hard all day to have good behavior and stay in their seats and follow rules, and they're learning new transitions, and that's a lot. That's a lot for kids to manage. And so for a lot of kids, I know mine are this way, when they get home from school, they can be kind of cranky. And so here's some things that you can do to help them transition from school to home successfully. So one of the things is, first of all, have a snack, have some food ready for them, because if they haven't had snack, a lot of times kids will eat around 11 o'clock, that's 4 hours since they've eaten, and just balancing out those blood sugar levels are going to be really helpful for a lot of kids. So having a snack available right away, and giving them some time to decompress. And what that needs to look like for a lot of kids is time when there's you're not needing to give them commands. It's downtime without rules and with as little structure as possible. So that's playing on the playground when they get out of class, if you're picking them up from school, or when they get home, just being outside for a little while with them. Whatever that might look like for your family circumstances, but really giving them an opportunity to just be free and not have to follow any rules or routines, aside from those obvious safety things, but to just let them not have to think about what they need to be doing because they've been doing that for the last 6 hours at school. And then also to be available for comfort if needed. So for some kids transitioning back to school, there can be some, uh, things are new and there might be things they're unsure of, or there might have been some things that happened during the day that they're still working out in their little heads. And so, and they might have missed you. I know I miss my kids when they're gone. And so really just being present and available for them that first half hour to an hour after they get out of school to really be in tune with what does it seem like they're needing right now. I know that my middle one really wants my undivided attention when he first gets out of school. And so I do everything I can to try to make sure that I've got stuff, work stuff wrapped up, and I'm not taking phone calls from many of my friends, and just really trying to be present with him. And that seems to be really important to him. And it also just opens up that comfort, that dialogue, the opportunity for them to share more with you if they didn't when you asked them those first questions when they got out of school, those open-ended questions. So those are my tips, just a couple things for getting back into new routines. And let me know if you watch this video, comment down in the bottom. If you watched the recording, let me know that too. If you have any open-ended questions that you would like to share that work really well for your kids, I would love to hear them. Oh, hi, Jay. Hi, Shanna. Please let me know any that you think work really well and any things that work really well for your kids to decompress after they get home from school. I would love to hear those too. So hope everyone has a great day, and let me see if I can figure out how to shut this off. Bye.